Welcome back to JTMJ Crafts. How's it going? How's your day going so far? Mine's been okay. I came home a little bit grouchy from work. The main reason was I walked in the house and it was cold, but I don't have a heater in my house, so I have to start a fire to warm it up. I live with a fireplace. So, today we are back to my whipping chats, and I'm gonna start something new with you guys. So, I get a lot of different questions talking about how to deal with anxiety when recording a video. Do I get anxiety? You know, does anything happen to me when I go to record a video? So, I figured, since I get all these questions, since you guys asked so many questions, that I could do in my whipping chat, I could do where I'll read off some questions that people have asked me in the past week or so, and so you guys can participate if you have a question for me, as long as it's not personal and doesn't get into a bunch of detail. If it's about the channel, what I'm working on, cool, I'm all for it. So, I'm gonna let you guys, if you have any questions, go ahead and leave them down in the comments. And I'm gonna go ahead and read off some of these questions. I've talked to everybody that has asked me questions, and they were completely fine with it. So we're gonna start at the top. This is a question I get a lot, because back when me and Sister Addiction, I'm talking about Diamond Art Addiction if you don't know, me and her did a collaboration a while back of the squirrel paintings, and I talked about anxiety and depression for the first time here on YouTube, because I never really wanted that to be, a part of my channel. I started YouTube to get outside the box and do something different instead of being a hermit all the time. At least being here on YouTube, I don't feel like I'm a hermit by sitting at home. But this is my safety zone. So the question I get all the time is, before I record a video, do I get anxiety or do I get any kind of stressed? Oh, yes. Still to this day, going into a live, going into record a video, I'm like, oh Lord, I'm gonna do this wrong. What am I gonna say? It's like a million miles a minute running through my head. It's something I deal with all the time. Every video, every live stream, anything I record, I'm my own worst critic. If I could be 30 minutes into a video and then all of a sudden go, nope, don't like it, delete it. Last night I was trying to record my first coloring video, and like 6 times trying to record that video, and finally I just told Trapper, I said, I can't do this anymore, let's go. I closed up the craft room and I went out in the living room. It's like it hits me so hard, and it's hard. Yes, it is very hard to get past that, and that's the thing. A lot of people don't understand. Creators, there's a lot of creators out there that started because they have anxiety or depression, and they're trying to get past their fear, and I give props to everybody who actually does, because it's no joke. My doctor wants to put me on this medication, that medication, and I'm just like, no, I'm not taking your medication. I tried it for a while, and I'm not taking it. I will deal with the demons in my head on my own time. So that's like a question I get asked a lot. Somebody's trying to start up a channel, I get that question asked. It's just a random question I get asked quite a bit, and I can relate to a lot with it. And then my second question is, how do you deal with anxiety or depression? I'll tell you, my biggest if I get emotional, I don't mean to, dog. That's like the biggest thing. If you have anxiety, your dog can walk up to you. At least Trapper. Trapper's like my medical dog, or whatever you want to call him. It's like, he knows I'm having a panic attack or anxiety attack or whatever I may be going through, a bad day. I can come home and that dog will jump on my lap and just show me love. And it has really given me a new outlook on life with having anxiety and depression. It gives me something to look forward to living, to be honest. I mean, if I didn't have Trapper, I would have probably already been gone. My life turned around when I got him. I tell people all the time, he saved me. He did. Truly did. It's my boy. Yes, it's my boy. He's sitting there looking at me like, what's wrong, Dad? What are you getting all emotional about? I have a huge emotional attachment to dogs. I've lost more dogs than I can count, and it's not an easy thing to get by. But it's also something I can't see myself without. So when Trapper gets a little bit older, I'm gonna find another dog and raise him with Trapper, so Trapper can teach him what he needs to know. Or actually, it's gonna be a her, because Trapper don't get along with males very well. I know he gets along with females because he gets along with my brother's dog pretty good. They may have a moment here or there. She'll put him in place, but she's also not fixed. So when she's in heat, he's like, "Oh, hey," and she will put him in place. Okay. This question, I don't even know if I even want to touch base on it, but it's a question I get asked a lot. More than I would ever even think it being asked. And it's one of those questions that's, it's kind of like common sense. So the question is how do you deal with people talking about you or leaving rude comments? It's real simple. Ever since I met Sister Addiction, I have learned, don't feed the monster. Let the bullshit go. I don't need it in my life. I deal with enough of it in my life. to where I don't want to take part in it. That's why if I get questions or comments like that, I'll delete them. You will get blocked off my messenger, and I don't need to be talked to like that. And that goes for anybody in the community. Nobody that's a creator deserves to be talked down on like that. It's very disrespectful, and you don't know what people go through on a day-to-day life. Like me, I have anxiety and depression. I'm sure there's a lot of people out there who have the same things I do, and you talking down on them, it's not, doesn't put us in a very healthy what's the word I'm looking for? I don't know. It just leaves us, vulnerable to do something, have a panic attack or go crazy. Because I know nobody has ever seen me go crazy, and you trust me, you do not want to see me go crazy. I am my mom 100%. I think that's I don't know what it is. My mom is full-blooded Native American Indian, and my dad is Scottish, Irish, and German. So, that, and then my mom being full-blooded Iroquois Indian, yeah, you don't want to mess with me. I take after my mom. She would let you do so much to her before it got to her and pissed her off. I'm the same way. You can say anything about me you want to say about me, but as soon as you bring up my family, we were playing a softball tournament one day, and we got into a fight. Both teams cleared the bench, and this one kid said, or it was a guy, he said, yeah, I slept with your mom last night, or something like that, or your mom was good last night. And I said, oh, yeah, some people got knocked the F out. Me and my two brothers, we cleared that whole freaking field. Don't say nothing about my mama and think you're gonna get away with it. And then after that, we actually became pretty good friends with the guy. Once he started playing with us like a year later, and then we told him, dude, that wasn't cool. Our mom's been dead since 2000, and it's not an easy subject, and you just went and said what you said, and he apologized. He's a pretty cool cat now. Don't come up here and start messing with my shit, woman. Mary Jane's over here on my other table. She's over here smelling my oh-hoo-hoos. Psst. You're supposed to be down there in your little tube. Psychotic cat, I swear. I was trying to turn the light switch off today, which is on the other side of the sliding glass door. And it's right where her cat perches, because she loves sitting there looking out the back door. And it's right where her perches. And she reached over and swatted at me 2 or 3 times and then tried to bite in my hand. I'm like, I'm not even close to you. I'm like a foot away from you. And you have to go and be crazy. Anyways, I'm getting off topic. I'm squirreling over here. Yeah, and that's another subject. I was told that I was a copycat when I said squirrel, but you know what? It's my channel. I say what the hell I want to say. If you don't like it, don't watch. I'm tired of the bullshit. Third question, or fourth question, I get asked a lot, do I have a girlfriend? Not since recently, but I don't know, last month or month and a half ago, whatever it was. And do I want a YouTube girlfriend? Hell no. I don't want no YouTube girlfriend. I don't know anybody enough from here to date somebody. I'm sorry. I'm different when I date somebody. I was raised the old-fashioned way. Mary Jane, don't chew on my... No, leave her alone. Don't chew on my coloring pages. I'm gonna bust your butt. You fat cat. Just lay down. So yeah, I don't know. I'm a loner. I like being by myself. I don't like being around groups of people. I don't know you. Why would you want to go out with me? Oh, you think you know me from YouTube? No, you don't know me from Jack Diddley Squat. Just saying. And then, after my really good friend, Patriotic Beauty, put out her video saying that she was now an affiliate with Treasure Studios Art, which I'm happy she's an affiliate. I got like 6 or 7 people ask me this question. How do you feel about other affiliates becoming affiliates with Treasure Studios Art? It's like, why would I have an issue with that? Rachel is trying to grow her affiliate group to help her advertise for Treasure Studios Art. Why would I have an issue with that? And besides, it's Patriotic Beauty. She's one of my first YouTube homegirl, and I'm proud to have her to the team. Same when Nano7 Crafts became an affiliate. I got asked, well, are you jealous? Why would I be jealous? I'm happy that Rachel is branching out with more YouTubers. It gets her name out there more. Advertising. I have no jealousy between my YouTube friends. In that aspect. I'm honored to have her. Everybody that's an affiliate with Treasure Studios Art, I'm honored to be an affiliate with them. It's just so silly. Why do people have to have jealousy in their life to think that they're doing something right? I'm not a jealous person. I'm extremely happy for everybody. I'm completely happy about everybody being an affiliate. It gives, you know. Ugh. My head hurts. I should have never fell asleep earlier. Maybe some Kool-Aid in my boot cup. But yeah, so I'm not a jealous person. And besides, I have no say-so in what Rachel does to add on affiliates. All I can do is welcome them to the family. Why wouldn't I? Trap. Yes, welcome everybody to the family. It's the Treasure Studios Art family. So, I've been getting asked about the DP-a-thon. I'm not taking part in a DP-a-thon, and I don't know if I will be. It's a personal decision. I've been told that by a couple people, why don't you let other people take part in it? You're a bigger subscriber count. And then I reply, are you in it? Well, no, but if you were in it, I would be. Really? So, you guys can have fun. I'll be in live chats as much as I possibly can. I don't need to sound negative or anything against the DP-a-thon because I actually love doing it. But I'll back down. If we need a fill-in, I might do a fill-in. But anyways, enough. Why are you pacing? A lot of people have been asking me about the DP at retreat. Are you going? Are you going? Are you going? Are you going? No, I'm not. Like I said earlier, I don't do groups of people. It's... Why do you think I go to work and then come home? I don't go to town. I don't hang out with anybody. The only time I hang out with anybody is when I'm hunting. Or I'm hanging out with my brothers. Because I have two best friends that I consider my brothers. I hang out with them from time to time. And then my little brother. And then my dad. And then my uncle. And my aunt. And that's it. I don't talk to nobody. I would probably lose my mind if I went to a retreat. Plus, then I also got to think about my travels over there, time for work, the cost of it, and there's no way in hell I'm leaving Trapper. I would have a nervous breakdown if I left him. There's days when I'm at work and I'll have a breakdown and it's like he's nowhere around. But if I look at my phone, I see all the cute little pictures of my boy and it just brings back that spark. And okay, I'm good for a few more hours. I just told him we're laying on the floor in front of the fireplace after I made a fire. That's where I fell asleep. I was laying on his chest. I told him, I said, he's looking at me. He means more to me than life. But seriously, if I didn't... I mean, my cat is... She's a psychopath. I can't touch her for 2 seconds and she's lighting me up. I can't love on her like I do Trapper. And Trapper, he can just look at me and just walk up and lay his head on my lap and just sit there and look at me with them big sad puppy dog eyes. And it's like, it breaks me right out of my funk that I'm in, and I'm just Yeah, okay, I'm good. Okay, let's go. You know, it's just... He brings a lot to me. And it's crazy because Trapper reminds me so much of my old dog. There's things that my old dog used to do that Trapper does, and I'm just like, are you DJ? Did you come back as DJ? And the weirdest thing of all, he even answers the DJ. But he'll answer to pretty much anything. Really? What are you doing? What are you doing, you little chipmunk? Raccoon? May Jane? The old fat belly girl. She's gonna light you up. My poor fish tank. I need to do something about that. Sorry for making y'all dizzy. I just had to show you the babies. Okay. And this one question, it's my last question of the day. It's not a question that I'm really too fond of answering, but for some reason, I get asked a lot. And the question is, are you gay? I'm like, are you freaking kidding me? No. Why the... No. You can have your moment if you are, but that's you. I'm not. No thank you. I was raised that a man marries a woman, have some kids, and life goes on, you know? Okay, so enough with the questions. So if you guys have a question for me about diamond painting or Native American beading, which I should have a video up here in the next few days of that. Actually, I may try to do that Friday, and then try to do a coloring video next Friday. I don't know why, I was having a hard time last night trying to color. Like, I could not do the skin tone of the face, was just looking like nightmare fuel. See, I told you, they should never said that word around me, Mrs. Coffee. Let's see. I tried a couple of different pictures. It just looked funky. I don't know. I was getting pissed. I tried it like 6 times, and then finally I just said, yeah, I ain't gonna say what I said. I told Trapper, let's go, and threw all my shit on the ground and walked out. and then had to come back an hour later to let Mary Jane out because she wasn't out of the room. God knows what she did in here. Crazy psycho. Trapper do forever. Leave your sister alone. So yeah, this is going to be a weekly thing. If you have questions, even if it's, hey, have you heard of this company? You know, ask me about companies, ask me about anything. As long as it doesn't get super personal, I'll answer it. And I'm trying so hard to get this done, but it's squares and it's confetti. This up here is like confetti heavy. I'm slacking though. I should have been done a long time ago. But when you have diamond painting, coloring, I've been trying to color 2 days a week. Work a 40 to 50 hour job. I've trying to do some Native American beading. Life has been crazy. You know? Absolute craziness. I could do what I could do. But there is a couple goals I have set for 2020, and I'm going to try to stick to them as much as possible. Number one goal is slow down on buying diamond paintings, because I got a bunch that I want to start working on instead of just stockpiling. I have enough diamond paintings to probably go 3 years. No lie. Because almost all of them are squares. So, slowing down on diamond paintings. Try to get more product done. Problem is I would have so many projects on the go. And 3 of them are squares and 1's a round. And I just got burnt out on it, you know? The one that is a round is pretty heavy confetti. But I'm hoping to get this one and that Timney Arts done. And then I will be starting my Treasure Studios art Native American heritage painting. There is something exciting coming down the pipes with that whenever that comes along. Can't give you no spoiler alert, but I will say there is something exciting. I swear, Patty Wax wants to pick up some drills, and some drills it doesn't even touch. It's like, nope, I can't pick you up. Nope, 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 nope. I like it. I like it in my multi-placer better than I like it in my... Or I like it in my single placer better than I like it in my multi-placer. Multi-placer, it falls out. I'm just about ready to go back to pink wax and say, forget it. I don't know. It just falls out of the multi-placer too much for my likings. So, Trapper he's feeling better. He's back to his full self. He's got loads and loads of energy, but he still has a cough. So, this payday, he's probably going to go to the vet. We think it's kennel cough. which makes sense because they said it's a virus that can spread from dog to dog, and it's going around right now. And since he stays in his kennel pretty much all day long while I'm at work, trust me, it don't sit well with me having to leave him in his kennel. But when he was a puppy, he used to like eating rocks, chewing on rocks, eating rocks, and had to have surgery to have him taken out of his stomach. So he doesn't get to stay in the yard by himself. Now that he's 3 and he's learned his lessons, he hasn't touched a rock in probably 6 months. So, looking up. Now, if he looks at a rock, all I gotta do is say, leave it. And he'll walk away from it. I just said, leave it, and he walked away from his sister. He was trying to get to her sister. He knows what leave it means. I was so proud of him on Saturday. Or Sunday, sorry. I went down to replenish my wood pile on my porch because I have a wood stove. That's how I keep my house warm. And I have an old riding lawnmower that the mower deck is broken on, so I took the mower deck off and I used it to pull a trailer that is a 3-foot wide by 5-foot long trailer. And I can get probably 2.5 to 3 Warburg loads in that trailer. So it's easy. I take it down, I fill it up twice with oak and once with pine, and my porch is full. Instead of doing like 7 Warburg loads. So he gets to go out with me, but he's got to stay on a leash because Trapper has a nose on him. That gets him in trouble. Seriously. You don't leave my drink alone, cat? She's gonna drive me up a wall, I swear. Leave her alone. Stop. So, he gets to go outside on a leash because he's got a super strong nose on him. And if he smells quail, squirrel, deer, he's gone. Or if the goats come up to the fence, he's gone. If the chickens are out, he's gone. A cat comes around the corner, he's like, see you later, I'm gonna go chase this cat. So he's gotta remain on a leash because he's actually chased a deer off of my property and chased it 5 miles down the road before he stopped. I had to go find him. And then by the time I found him, it was like 114 degrees out that day, and he was dead to the world. He was sitting on the side of the road. I walked up, opened the door, or drove up, opened the door. He got in. Oh, suck a fish. Do that to me again. So, till he learns to stay on the property, he goes out on a leash and he gets tied up. While I get the wood, and then when I'm done with my wood, if he was good during that time frame, he gets let off of his leash and he gets to run for a while with the gate closed. And I was super proud of him because he did really good. But I've also been working with him on his stay and come retreat. Stay and come to me. And he's been doing really good. So I told him up at the house, I walked him out onto the edge of the grass and I told him to sit and stay. And I got on the riding lawnmower and I drove it all the way down to the back gate that goes out of my yard to the woodshed. I got off of the riding lawnmower, I put it in neutral and locked up the clutch on it so it can sit there and idle and not die. And I opened the gate and I grabbed his leash and harness and he sat there until I gave him his hand command. And then he come running straight to my feet and sat down and let me put his harness on him. So for that, he got to go run and chase the goats up and down the fence line. The goats actually like him because they'll come up to the fence and try to headbutt him. Crazy goats. So, I was actually really surprised at how he acted. And then when I told him, when we were after about 15 minutes of him running, it started sprinkling, and I said, "Yard!" And he ran over and went in the yard. And sat at the gate and waited for me. It's been a long time working with that dog, getting him to where he is today. I just hope I get a long life with Trapper. He's had a young, rough start to his life, and I hope he lives a longer life than our last dog did. She was 7 when she had to be put down. I will no longer be buying any labs from my area. If I do get a lab again, I will be going out of my area and buying one, because it seems like the labs in my area, like my brother bought a female, and then I bought Trapper, and then my brother bought another female, and then his wife had a female lab. And my brother's Chocolate had to be put to sleep at 7 years old, and then his wife's Black Lab had to be put to sleep at 8, and then Trapper's 3, and I'm like, I hope I don't have 5 more years with him. I hope I have 10 or more. But it seems like labs anymore have so many problems with, I'm guessing it's because of breeding. So that's what I was saying. If I did buy another lab, I would have to go out of state somewhere and buy it and get a different bloodline from what's around here. Although the bloodline that's been around here has been damn good bloodline. They've been really good hunters. Trapper's a hunting fool. He got his first gray squirrel when he was 6 months old. Same time my brother's Chocolate got her first gray squirrel. Teach him young. Trapper was uh, 8 weeks when I got him, and he was, by the time, I want to say it was 9 weeks. So I had him for like a week. He already knew what one finger meant. I used one finger to sit, 2 fingers to point down to tell them to sit down and lay down, and a full hand to stay. And by the time he was close to 11 weeks old, he knew all 3 of those hand signs. Getting him to stay and sit there for longer than like 2 minutes was a battle, because it drove him crazy. He's like, "You expect me to sit here, but you're over there?" And he would start to crawl over towards me, and I'd go, stay. And then he'd sit there, and then he'd start crawling over towards me. Trapper, he's actually been the best dog I've had in a long, long time. Besides his issues when he was 6 months. Actually, I think he was 7 months when he had his surgery. Anyways, that's just talking about the boy. Oh, man. Tired. A good night's sleep is gonna do me good. I didn't go to bed until like 2 o'clock this morning. I need to learn to put the phone down. So, I think we're gonna go ahead and call it quits here. It's close to an hour. Because I still have to put this on a laptop and do my thingy with it. My cat scratched the crap out of me. Anyways, so thank you all for watching, and gotta remember to have your peace, love, and treat each other with respect that you deserve to be treated with. And I hope everybody has a fantastic day. Bye.